What a beautiful sound. I just want to give a super high five shout out to the management, project management at the building here. This is the first year since we lived here where, well, no, initial years they did, when they had the assistant managers, but look at this. The entire walkway is shoveled. I am so amazed. This is the first year in a long time where we've had good managers that would do this. I'm so happy. So happy, because this is like necessary. The one year they actually did just shovel like right there and say, well, we've made the fire entrance clear. Yeah, but what are people supposed to do, crawl over a mountain of snow? Like, there's elderly people here. What are you talking about? Even non-elderly people would have a difficult time when the snow really piles up, because look how it's drifting right there already and we've hardly got any snow, right? So this is incredible. I'm really happy that they're shoveling the walk. And you see that they went above and beyond. They went all the way under the gazebo. They went right around. I mean, I'm really happy. I want to put a memo on the rent check and say thank you for doing our for doing the sidewalk. And it looks like the sidewalk in front of our building's done too. That's not always a city, you know. Sometimes they're so slow getting to us. So I don't know. I'm just giving big time kudos to the property company here. Way to go. And I'm not saying that in a patronizing way. I'm thankful, because I think of people, but no one can beat the parking lot of the Elgin Mall. I mean, sorry, but although that looks pretty good, look at that. But the parking lot, because of the contractors, they're always on it. But seriously though, way to go. I'm so happy to see that. It's going to be a better winter for people, especially if it's going to be a harsh winter with lots of snow. At least they're doing the sidewalks. I hope they keep it up too.
Why don't you go home? Why don't you go home? Why don't you go home? Yeah, why don't you go home?
So I didn't show it, but there was like this big thing that happened here. First of all, I ordered records, and they were by a guy who's living in town, and him and his family. And I watched some of his YouTube videos, and they're my hometown. They're St. Thomas, and they were creative and good, and it made me feel inspired about my hometown and less crappy about it, because part of the draw for me for returning to Toronto is that I want to be around creative people. I want to know creative people. I want to be around that, arts and stuff, you know what I mean? And not to say that I don't believe there's anybody that's not creative or writing or anything here. There are people making art, there are people writing, there are people doing their thing. It's just I don't have any. I feel quite isolated. Whereas in Toronto, you can go to various places, poetry places, and see music at the Horseshoe Tavern, and I was just gonna say the Horseshoe, and you get to you can connect right away. Here, I haven't felt really, Anyway, so not only did he make cool videos that music videos are, I'm like, I know that's my hometown. And made it seem not so bad, but his music isn't so bad. So this is the album that he's promoting right now. It's called Passenger. But Why Don't You Call Home's pretty catchy. And I also really like I Want That Back. he has a video on his YouTube channel where he goes through each song and tells you about it. So I like that. But look at this. That's my hometown right there. So if something good can come out of my hometown, looks like I better stop complaining all the time. Still, so this cover is like, oh, sorry, that's some of my older records. This is like an amazing, and that's the kind of house you'd see out in the outskirts, like in the rural areas. You go for, if you have a car, living in my hometown would not be bad at all, because you can go like day tripping is what I've heard of it being called, and what I had done when I was younger with some family. You know, you go out, you go through various small towns. They've got so much character. There's so many things to see and experience. Or if you have a car, you can go to the city. London is a nearby city, and there's a music and poetry scene and stuff going on there. But for me, without a car and being here in St. Thomas, that feels as far away as Toronto. And I may as well be in Toronto. That's why I'm going to Toronto next spring. But anyway, my whole point is that something like this is being made here. And so that makes me feel good. I am very awkward in that I don't see I don't get out much, and I don't when I'm very reclusive and anxious. So when I meet somebody, I'm outgoing and way a bit much. But thank you for your patience. I say to this 4 years ago old, younger him. But he dropped these off because he lives locally, and hey, why not save on sending them out? But that's it's great to have met him, because now I know, like, he really exists. I was scared to listen to In the Air Tonight, and actually I really liked what I heard. And because that's like a song you don't touch In the Air Tonight. For me, that's one of my favorite songs. All my songs are favorites. All the songs are favorite songs. Okay, so I'm trying to do this, and I'm not doing a very good job here, because this is the last spot for records. I'm gonna need another record thing. The records were torn up by Hagrid years ago. Nothing to do with these cats. They don't know to do that, because we've got these. What I was gonna say is those records. So he dropped off records and a CD he's including to anybody who's buying his albums right now, a Christmas CD. And he gave me cookies. Probably because, well, when I ordered both records, I paid for shipping, right, and handling. And I think he felt I knew that dropping them off probably was a little easier, except for he probably didn't bet on me being so talkative, and that probably cost him the amount of shipping to have to listen to me. But look, there's a place in town called Why Not Cookies on Talbot Street. I guess I should go outside sometimes, check that out. But see, look at the ingredients. Yeah. Can you imagine? Somebody brings you a plate of cookies that look wonderfully homemade. They're well done. And I'm like, I'm vegan. I can't have eggs or milk, and so no, I won't be tasting any of these, which is too bad, because I would love chocolate cookies. But the good thing is, husband gets free chocolate cookies, and my husband loves treats. Like, he loves cookies. He loves stuff like this. He's more of a junk food guy than I am. I became more of a junk food person living with him than when I was on my own. So yeah, so he gets cookies when he gets home, and they look really good. Why not cookies? Well, because I can have cookies, but they need to be vegan. And you can make really delicious vegan cookies, but we'll see. Wouldn't that be great if there was a vegan place here in town, in my hometown of St. Thomas? I would be thrilled. But, oh, that's the other thing. I didn't get him on video because I don't know why. I think that's kind of rude to ask anyway, first time you meet somebody, and I didn't think of it. I was too busy thinking like, oh, I gotta wear like regular clothes. I gotta wear clothes and hopefully I won't be too weird. I was weird, but it's still okay. What was neat, I'm gonna tell you about it as I go outside, is that apparently there are, okay, you know, part of the reason why I want to go back to Toronto is because I felt, you know, like I've told you, I'm missing that stuff. And one of the things husband and I used to talk about was that if we bought a house, when we buy a house, I said I wanted to have a house concert. I want to be able to have like the young novelists, Green James and Laura to come down and like, you know, pay for them and have a house concert and see if anyone comes out of the woodwork that's also into, you know, that kind of music. And I would hold, I got the idea today, I would hold poetry readings at my house until there's a place in town that will do poetry readings like on the regular. I mean, house poetry readings. That would be awesome, right? And I just thought I was, you know, I don't know why I would think I'm the only one, but I just thought I'd be the only one to think of that. And then I find out that, no, there's house concerts going on in town. At least, you know, and of musicians that are, you know, folk and different things. And of course there are. Because I know I'm not the only person who's writing or creating or anything. I might feel alone because I'm isolated from people and from any scene of any kind, but that doesn't mean I'm the only one, and that's why I wanted to do it. But to find out that, yeah, there is somebody in town who's, and then that had me thinking, well, there's gotta be like even more people that also feel, oh, you know, there's nothing going on in this town and we'll do it ourselves, and they're having their secret little house concerts, and maybe there's a secret house poetry readings, I don't know. Who knows? And you know, I'm an outsider. I don't have. It's 10 p.m. Husband's snoring. I'm tired out. I did dishes, but today I'm just tired out. So I'm ready to go to bed too. Another day of not typing words. Yeah, stuff happened today though. I mean, husband bought tartar sauce not long ago. Thinking, because we got the vegan version of fish. It was really good, actually. It was scarily close to the taste. Sometimes I'm asking a lot, like, are you sure this is vegan? You know, even though the ingredients are there or whatever. And, anyway, he thought it'd be good to have that to go with it. Because I don't eat any meat or dairy, but in fact, when he got back, this is a bit ago, I said, actually, tartar sauce is made out of mayo and you know, dairy, eggs, stuff like that. I said to him, there is a vegan version. One can make one, but you can also buy it. Not at the store across the street, but I don't know what made him think those would be. So wonderful cookies brought to us. I just think what a kind gesture this was. What a thoughtful gesture this was. Why not cookies? Talbot Street, St. Thomas. And it gives you what the ingredients are. Which is fantastic. Because you know exactly what they put in. Even got a best before date. How many grams it weighs. Look how good they look. I'm going to promote them anyway, you know, because this was a really nice thing for Denny to bring over with the records that I bought. This was a nice gesture. My husband is really going to enjoy these. As you can notice, the package is still closed. Because I'm not... Oh, I loved that he was thoughtful. Because I paid shipping and handling on those records, but I delivered them because I'm local. And it's good to meet local people that are artists, that are creative types. I mean, we need to do that. People need to do that because, you know, especially in a smaller city, a smaller town. But it's tough, you know. I'm not tempted to eat them, though they do look good. If they didn't have eggs or milk in them, you know, if they didn't have any dairy products, I would be all over these. Because I'm hoping maybe they'll make a version that's vegan, because it looks like they know exactly what they're doing on how to make a cookie. Sorry to put them in the fridge, but that's where husband put them, so I'm just going to do that. It's just a shame. It's a shame that I can't eat them. But what a thoughtful thing. But yeah, I bought the records, so my husband should get the cookies, actually. Like, he may as well. It's a kind thing to do. Oh, guys. I'm still torn between... Do I move? I'm only torn because I want to consider my husband a little bit. But I have been considering him. That's why I'm here in St. Thomas. I was like thinking maybe I could maybe we could just move to the other end of town where things happen, where it's happening. Watch this mall just really get really active and full with the new owners. Watch them fill it up and become vibrant again. But I mean, and there's Optimus Park back there, and it's a great park. It's a great apartment, and heck, if a couple floors up and we get to see the sunrise just beautifully. But being downtown would really have some advantages. But see, if we move the household downtown, then I'm not going to Toronto. If I don't go, and see, that sounds like, oh well, don't be selfish then. Just move down to the other side of town. Yeah, but if I go to Toronto, not only will I stop being back and forth about it for like I have been for the 4 years I've been here, but I'll be able to do that free college program, which will up my chances for getting employed again, and work through the skills of dealing with that. So I'm giving the cat static, and it would help. It would just help me, and I'd be happy there, and I get to see all these things I live there in Toronto, and yeah, and then we could still save for the house for within 3 years. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna end up still moving in the spring. It's just, oh, it's tempting to just move to another apartment in the city here at the other end of town and hope that'll be better. But if I get restless again, or if it's just not enough because we still can't get out of town, enough for me, I'm just like moving around, then it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, and I'm gonna still want to go, and I'll be mad at myself for not taking the chance I had to go. And so, but today gave me hope that there could be a creative community that I could have access to, that I could be a part of, and that I might actually even be able to create my own artistic community. Like, I would love to do poetry readings from home once we have a house. We could totally do that. People can have house concerts. Why not have poetry reading, house poetry readings? You know, totally could happen. But I think I just need. Why move the cost to move us to another apartment and then me still needing to go? I'm gonna be torn about this, but it always comes back to me going to Toronto. Having the two places. Husband's okay for the two places when we have a house, but I kind of want to do it before that. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that.